Hey, friends and family. I finished recording Drumpftland, formerly known as, and I had trouble with it. Of course, I don't have the proper equipment. I've got my laptop here, and I've got my mobile. So that's what I'm working with. And my most updated version of Drumpftland is on my laptop, and so to try and read that, I was recording it with my mobile so I could read it off of there. Because this one screen won't do a split screen when you're doing a recording. It's not really set up to do a split screen. Well, anywho, I had some trouble getting it recorded. I've always had problems developing clear chapters for my stories, and in reading, through it, I realized there probably should be a few more chapters but because I had trouble getting 1 and 2 recorded. There's more than one section of recordings for those. One's got two pieces, and 2's got 3 pieces, and of course the limited memory on the mobile wasn't helping anything. So I think I'm thinking about trying to record Liliana's thoughts. It's a short story, but it's not in chapters, so I've got to get it all read. And being as the way it's set up, I went through my typed up version and compared it to with the original written, and and I'm hoping I can read it to here and it be all right. But again, my apologies for stutters and stumbles and just flat out losing my place while I'm reading sometimes. It's not what I was like before the head injury. And it's frustrating for me because I was a very good reader, and I still do okay reading silently to myself. If I lose my place, which happens frequently now, when you're reading silently, you just go back and find it. But when you're trying to read something out loud and you lose your place, so my apologies that it's not smooth, and of course I don't have any type of editing equipment or anything, and I started over multiple times, but I'm not capable of getting through it smoothly. Once upon a time, I'm sure I could have gotten through it relatively smoothly, but not with what I'm dealing with behind this head injury. So, maybe before I try Liliana's Thoughts, I'll look for a shorter one, because while Liliana's Thoughts is technically not super long, in my typed up version, it's technically like less than 40 pages, but in trying to fix things. Today's thoughts. I've got a lot of like, put that there and whatnot, and then I ended up just going to over here and then like rewriting today's the very first today's thoughts where we meet the main character, and basically why it doesn't have any chapters is we're getting to know her and see what's happening in her life through journal entries, and the way she labels her journal entry at the top is today's thoughts, and this is her coping mechanism and whatnot. So yeah, so I had to go way over here and like rewrite one, and I also had to do that with journal entry 11. So I'm just like not sure with the amount of having to insert corrections and changes, how badly it'll sound when I try to read it. Dang it. So, frustration. Let me take a look at a couple others. Maybe something else is shorter and will be easier for me to do. I guess it's just at this point I get me trying to keep myself from going crazy while I'm trapped here at the house worrying about the car and losing my job because I've missed 1 week and now I'm going to miss 2 weeks, and every 3 days I'm getting a point for being absent. I already had 6 points from previous problems with the car, and I would like to think that they're going to be understanding, blah blah blah. But one of the conversations I had when the car was stuck in the shop for the transmission, the word terminate was dropped, and Terminator, was dropped by our manager, and but it just I'm coping as best I can, and I managed to pull off a rental car at that time to kind of save my job, but I'm still drowning in so many bills from renting the rental car and the transmission work and the radiator replacement. I mean, and not being able to keep up with bills properly because I miss so much work, and I know they wouldn't let me take another personal leave. There ain't no point in even asking for that. Yeah, I'm screwed. And there's not much I can do about it. And as hard as I work to get us into this house, we're probably going to lose it. Alright, well, and this is why I don't call. Alright, friends and family, I love you and I miss you, and hoping your lives are more peaceful and joyful than mine. Peace.